Hello guys, in this video I will show you how to draw a face. I will also explain about the facial features, structure, the dimensions and the proportions. These are the tools that I'm going to use. I have a black wing pencil here, which is a very dark HB pencil. Another HB pencil 0.5, it's a mechanical one. And I have an H2 lead pencil over here, an eraser, a ruler, and also a charcoal eraser, which is easy to use. There we go. I'm starting with blocking in the shape of the head, which has sort of an egg shape. I'm using a very light H2 pencil so I can erase it easily later, and I'm doing a center line because it's important if you're drawing a front face to make sure that you're doing it identical. The ruler really helps to find the guidelines for the face. I'm also sketching the neck a little bit, the neck muscles, so it won't be just a floating face in the mid paper. I'm marking the eyebrows, the nose, the eyes. I'm doing sketchy lines, nothing too harsh on the paper, erasing what's not necessary. And I'm using the ruler again to mark where I want the eyes, and I want them to be parallel to each other. There are a lot of ways to measure the face. You can start from one side, for example, to draw an eye, and then by the eye measure the rest of the drawing. For example, the usual proportions for the face is that the distance between the eyes is one eye, or for example, that the length of the nose is 1 eye and a half, or the length of the mouth is 1 eye and a half. Stuff like that really helps to find the proportions if you're not using reference, for example. I'm erasing all the unnecessary lines, at the same time making sure that still all her facial features are aligned and on the same lines. Making a lot of markings to make sure that the eyes are very symmetrical. Drawing her pupils. It's very important when you're drawing the eyes, especially the pupils, that they're on the same line and that they're identical and symmetrical. It's also important to notice that they have the same distance from the center of the face, and they have the same distance from the end of the head. Every part that I'm adding to one side, I'm making sure with the ruler that it's on the same line on the other side. It's important to do so when you're drawing a face from the front view. It varies when you're drawing it in different perspectives though. Now I'm using a mechanical pencil 0.5 HB. I'm adding details, eyelashes, eyebrows. It's darker than the H2, so it has more contrast on the paper. It's also important to mention that you should choose your light source whenever you draw. So for example, here I chose the light source to be from above, so she has more shadows underneath her nostrils, underneath her mouth, and underneath her chin. I'm also using the mirror method. I'm flipping the paper in front of a mirror to find mistakes and misproportions. It really helps to identify the mistakes that you're doing whenever you do so. I drew first the shape of the head and the shape of the hair as well before going into details. It's important to do so because when you plan where things are gonna be, it looks more organized and more proportional. Now I'm adding a little bit more value and a little bit more shadows. It gives the facial features and the entire drawing a little bit more depth. It's important to notice that whenever the light falls from above, the shadows, for example, behind her ears and behind the head, are deeper than the shadows on top of the head. Now, as a final touch, I'm using my favorite pencil, Blackwing. It's a golden series. I think it's Palomino Blackwing 530. It's basically an HB pencil, but it's very, very dark, so whenever you pressure it more, it looks nearly black, comparing to a regular HB pencil. And that's it. That's how you draw a face from the front view. I hope you enjoyed this video and find it helpful. Let me know in the comments below what you think. I would really appreciate your opinion. Thank you for watching.